Part 3, Mustang. Oh, we got parts. Seat platform. This doesn't say, but subframe connectors. I don't know why the box didn't say, but this is all driver side stuff because I already put the passenger side in. No, I didn't. It's just sitting here. Seeing where it goes. So you can see no, you can't see anything. You see the tabs on the inside of the rocker here. Might work. Looks like it might work. Hitting right here, but we can convince that to work. I didn't realize they were so tilted. Maybe, you know, it seems like that'll work. I think that's the right one. I don't know. I'll have to verify online whether to see that rampage is correct. Or does this go over there? This says right side. I'm assuming that's this one. We'll see. We'll see. So that looks like that side will fit at least decently. Then let me get you underneath, because we have subframe connectors. I don't know if you can see anything. Oh, looky there. I don't know what you can see. All these parts are from CJ Pony Parts. So the subframe connector for this guy is actually a bolt-in or weld, whatever you want to do, which mine will probably be a hybrid, both. But this one, you got to take the leaf spring off, pull the whole leaf spring off anyway, because from my experience, when you undo this one, you can't get it back without undoing the other end, which is fine. The other end's got to be undone anyway. I'd like to put new leaf springs anyway. This is only a 4-pack, 4 springs, and they usually bottom out when you got a human over 50 pounds in back. And I don't want to be bottoming out. But anyway, you take the bolt out. This slips up in there. You run the bolt back through that hole. But again, you can bolt and weld them, or weld or bolt, or you know what I'm saying. You can do a lot of stuff. But it's almost the front end. It's almost like a guy didn't put the floor supports in the right position. Let's see here, because they look a little short. These, I don't know where the floor supports were supposed to be. I didn't measure them. Stuck them in there where I thought they would like to be. But if I pound that up, it needs a little trim in. It may make it. It'll definitely get 1 bolt through. It's supposed to be 2 bolts. But I'm thinking 1 bolt, weld. That's good enough. Probably. Anyway, on the 65, I built these from on the web. Who's the guy? Daze Cars, I think is his name. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong, but D-A-Z-E. He's got instructions on how to build these. And I did that with the 65, but these pre-made were like the price of the materials now. And I knew the floor pans in the 65 were original. So his subframe connectors like really hug tight around the curves. So I don't think these are original, and they're probably not in the same place. So I went ahead and went with these. Same price as the material. I'll weld and bolt them in. His had a tab on here though, right about in this area. Just a tab, and then it bolts to the floor pan also, so you got a connection, 3 connections. I may put a tab on these. So I'd like to have all the rigidityness for this guy. But it looks like it'll work. I mean, it's gonna go where it wants to go, and then we're just gonna accept that and put it there. Like all metal. Tie it all together. Not be so relied on these guys to hold it together. And these guys, rocker panels, is woofed up. That just doesn't look right there. We want some more rigidity. There's the new torque boxes. I'm just wondering if I should have moved the floor support like up to here where it normally goes. I don't know. That's where it wanted to go, so that's where it went. So in order to get this guy in, I want better things. I want these better. So I'm going to work on cutting some of this down, grinding some of this down. Gosh. See how it goes. It'll probably be easiest. Maybe easy. Maybe. At least from here. Maybe if I just cut that off, push it in, smooth all that out to where it's somewhat like this. But I don't know. I'm going to try to not do that with these. I'm going to try to leave them. Just grind it in. If I can get it clean enough, put some nicer welds in. Reinforce that. But there's the subframe connector. It would be nice because this is going to put some strength here. Shrink. I'd like to put a tab on that subframe connector, bolt it to here also if it hits the floor nicely, or somehow attach it to the floor here. That way it'd be attached, adding more strength. That's that. So I'm gonna get this started on getting him out of here so I don't mess him up. Get this ground down. Get all of this well in. I still haven't welded all that in. It's fine. It's in place. It's where it's going to be. We'll get him in. And I guess I'll move to that side and do the subframe connectors last, because I'm going to have to move the car around, jack it up to get the leaf springs, probably cut the bolts, because it's, who knows if they've ever been out of there. And I'm not going to mess with the bolts and penetrating fluid and heat. I'm just going to sawzall them off. Because the kit, the subframe kit, comes with bolts. A new bolt for that leaf spring. It's, I guess, longer because that flange. I don't know. But it's got new leaf spring bolts. And we'll just temporarily put them in because, again, I want to replace the leaf springs. But let's get started. Making a mess again out of sparks and grinding wheels and cutting wheels. See if we can get this cleaned up. Somehow I'm just going to have to get that stripped off though to get the welds cleaner. Yeah, that glass is probably screwed. It's fine. A million sparks hitting the glass. It's fine. No, it's not. But it's good. That's what we're gonna do. Let's see if I can get some, clean it up like that, re-weld some of that where it looks a little sketchy. Weakened it maybe. Of course, everywhere I need to weld is where the paint is. No chemical strippers. So this did. Ooh, that gets down in there pretty good. Sure, a little better. That looks better. It's doing things. Silver anyway. There's holes there. It's fixed. So let's go ahead, get the welder and see what happens if we just do it at this level. See if we can clean this up. Holes. See what it looks like after. If that was welded good, didn't have these holes, let's just leave it. There's a lot of weld there. Something's got to be attached. Let's see what we can do with our welder. Thin. It's thin. Welding. There's a good hole, foreman. All I'm trying to do is start add metal to the edge so I can build it back. Or just keep burning holes. It's fine. I think it's gonna work. Keep chasing holes, that's fun. Sorry, you checked out on me. The battery, of course, the battery. But if I could get it looking like that all the way around, that'd be great. I am going to grind all this down like I did, cutting and grinding all the way around the floor pan. All the way around. Clean that up. I'll bring it back when that step's done. Then I'll move on to the wire wheel and get all the guts out of it, paint out of the crevices. Bring it back on that, and then I'll re-weld it all. So you can see how much fun it is on those, and then you blow through. And then once we get, and I'd like to get a little more area so we're not putting so much heat into this area only. And I have all this that needs touched. So once I get all that ground down, cleaned out, then we can weld it all and not put so much heat in the areas. This thing is wavy because of the heat, but it's in there at least. So I'm gonna get to cutting and then I'll bring you back. Otherwise I'm just throwing sparks and ruining glass. Okay, we got it ground off. Step one. Wasn't as terrible as I thought it was gonna be. So I'm gonna proceed to wire brush all the paint out of the crevices, and then I'll weld up a little better. It's coming along, not terrible. Not terrible as I thought it was gonna be. Gives me hope for the underside. Don't hope. Wire brush pretty easy also. Looks pretty decent. Might be able to weld that up some more betterness. It's not a terrible job. I want those welds a little better. But that's probably it for me tonight. I'm gonna go drink some cold ones. It's hot. Plus I think I'm in short sleeve. I think I'm gonna have to do this when it's cooler. That's a lot of welding, and I need a long sleeve. That's gonna get some sunburn, but it's not terrible. It's coming along. Once we get that welded in, I think we can look at doing the seat riser, but I need to investigate the angle of the thing. The way that really goes in there. I figured it was just level, but it's not. Probably wasn't leaning back is what I would imagine, like it was. Pretty good. Not so good. So let's see what we're gonna do with that one. So we're doing this easy so we can learn and then do it again smarter. Talk to you later. Drinks might have to wait 1 minute here. I think I might try to get these off real quick. All right, back to these. We're gonna get to them, but I thought I'd better get this seat riser marked in here based off of these, so I know where it goes, where it originally goes. It'll probably go anywhere, but I'm gonna put it back where it was. I'm gonna use these to locate this. It's hitting right there. And once we get this down, I'm just gonna drill some holes instead of, I'll probably mark it too, but the holes won't go anywhere. You'll see what I'm trying to say. In here, so let's fix this temporarily. Trying to get these close to the floor pans. There though. Almost like somebody left that too high. I don't know who that would be. Might require some cutting. It's close enough what we're doing. It's this little tab. Guess it's just that brace runs under there, I guess. So that's pretty good. And I did look on the internet. I think it goes this way. Look like to me the other people were doing. And we have to when we install it. I think that's gonna work. So what I was gonna do, just drill holes mainly back here. That's where we will want this flange. Clean all this up. I'm gonna put it right back the same place because I'm going to lose. I have nothing to point with. These guys, the original ones of these. So we are going to grind those off right now. Do I need to drill a hole in the front? I don't think so. Somehow we gotta get. Well, we can do that. We can convince this to go down. Put a yellow dot up here. I don't know. Maybe it'll stay. We'll see. Which one lasts? Put a line. Maybe it'll. Because I have to grind it off and stuff. We'll see. Alright. Located. Good enough. Get these out of here, hopefully. I'm going to use this guy. I'm gonna with the file sander. So I'm gonna put in more aggressive band. Save him for later. These are directional, but of course the arrows aren't on all of them. I don't know what way it goes, so we just put it on here. We could use the spot weld driller, but I really don't want to punch holes in this inner rocker even when I have to, so we're gonna see how this works. I think this was like 20 bucks on Amazon. 120 volt, 2 amp. So yeah, it'd be nice to have like a 7 amp one of these, I bet. Find a band that would last. I bet it would chew through some metal. It's a nice tool. It's not, I like it. So So, let's see if they did anything for us. Kind of. Stop that. Well, let's just back it up a touch. And there's one. So it's a little easier on the material underneath the material you want to leave or remove. And clean that up. Another way to skin the old cat. I had to switch bands because apparently you get 1, 2, 3, 4 spot welds per this system. Oh, maybe that's good. Another way to break welds, I guess. Screwdriver. Just showing you all kinds of tips. There we go. Fully prepped for a new seat riser. So, I think at this point, I am going to go on a welding marathon and do all that. So let me get a shirt on because it's halfway cool today. And we'll start welding. Oh boy. I was thinking how to seal this, but we have access with these holes. We'll just spray the heck out of it. I was going to tape it off and do stuff, but no, it won't work. Need power. Try to jump around a little more. Produce the voltage and the heatage and the stuff. And I got 8 feet of welds to do. We got floor pans. All welded up. I went through, I don't know, probably 4 or 5 times around. Got it all welded in. Well, kind of welded in. I mean, it's how I weld. It'll hold, or we'll find out if it'll hold. But it looks better than it did. Guess we can move on to the seat riser. Yeah. So going by my holes. Expecting this floor pan should be higher. Wondering if I should use my hydraulic enforcer to raise this. Are you seeing that? Can you see that? Guys ready? Seems about right. Here we go. That wasn't very exciting. Try to go further. What do you think? I don't know. It's better. What's it look like underneath? Work around the hydraulic enforcer, I guess. Get between my legs. I need clean metal. So I'm probably not going to trust my plug welding. But I will plug weld. Also, I would like to probably tack it in with as much bowing as that floor pan has. Clean that. Drill holes. Probably one there, there. So I need to seal my bad welds. So I need this all painted, at least along the weld. joint there. And I'd like to do seam sealer along that joint there. And everywhere else I can't get at ever again in my life, hopefully. Okay. Ciao. Do that along there, then we'll paint from here to here to here. Seal this up. Sure. Let's check one more time. Well, can I mark you? Sure. Perfect. So now I can show you what I meant. This can's like 5 years old, I think. I probably used 6 of these on the other Mustang. No, I don't know either. Just talking. Use a paintbrush. You reach in there. Do that. And this stuff stinks. Pretty high-tech method here. Uh-oh. I'm actually using my finger now because the glove ripped. That's great. Just great. Cops are out again. Bad neighborhood. Stay away. I got the garage door open because all the welding and black lung disease I was getting. Never be able to spot weld through this, but I don't care. We'll find somewhere else to spot weld or plug weld. Just won't be able to get at that again. Too good. Like I say, this stuff dries pretty fast. I'm gonna paint black with this stuff. But I really want this seam sealer on the bad welds. Get to drilling. See how this goes. Try to get it in the hole. Or, you know what I mean. Yes. Alright, it's gonna work. Ow, hot, hot, hot. That's hot. I'm gonna do that. 1, 2, 1, 6, 7, 12, 13, 14, 20 more times. Yay. We're back with this. It's kind of dry. We'll take our time. Seal up this. Once we get it all welded in, it's going to burn everything off like those. But we can put the brake cleaner nozzle tube. This is a simulated brake tube nozzle tube up in here and blast. So hopefully it gets along this joint. Or blast. You see what I'm doing. I just want to get something in here though, because I like brushing paint on. It's fun. I don't know if there's any mouse urine left, but it's gonna get covered. There's probably a better way to apply this, namely a bigger brush. But you know, I'm no hurry here. It's really nice out for this time of year around here. There's a lot of people out. I'm not sure why it's so nice. Smells great. It's good for you. No, I like brushing because it puts it down so thick. And I was thinking, I know I said earlier, who knows what I said earlier, but I think I said I was going to do floor pans on each side and then do subframe connectors. But I think I'm just going to do floor pan since all this welding had to be done. I don't want to start up over there anytime soon. I'm tired of that little mess. But we're going to do the welding, check, seat riser, and then the subframe connector. That way you'll see this whole side. I don't have to show so much on the other side because, you know, it will be the same. Other than that rear torque box area over there. It's going to have to be fixed. I think that's the rear torque box. Well, you're not even looking again. I need you on one of those robotic gimbal things. Follow my paintbrush. I don't know how those work. Oh, you know what else I had to do? I ought to spray the bottom. I'm not brushing. Well, dang it. The bottom of the seat risers need treated. Gosh, I hate doing things right. Or just spray it with undercoating. Probably just do the undercoating on it actually, since no water's gonna sit on it like this. These are just concern me with water sitting potentially. I mean, probably not ever in this car's case, unless I sell it to somebody that drives it in the rain. But if I have it, I'll try to keep it out of the rain as much as possible. It seems to be paintable. I don't know if any of this will ever dry. There. Perfect. That's what I was saying. Seal it under there while I have a chance. Because I'm not going to have a chance later because, you know, that thing's going to be there. Other than the method. This is what I was talking about. I got to coat this too. But since water drips that way when it's it drips that way when it's that way. Hold on. Well, I'm just going to paint it. Your battery's about dead. It'll all catch on fire and burn up when I weld. But that's fine. We gave it a shot. I'm going to let all this cook for a bit. Dry up some. And I think we can weld this in. Or we just weld it in. We'll see. Not dry. I did spray this general area with undercoating also. So it's gonna catch on fire and stuff when I weld, but it's almost dry. No, it's not. I'm thinking that's close. Close. How do we get it to stay there? Plus jack up the bottom. So I think we'll jack that up, get some tacks in there, see what it wants to do. Let's try it. Again, I'm going by these holes I drilled earlier. Floor's gonna be sucking her down. Probably gonna flip it. Let's try. I don't know. I've never done this. I've ever told you I don't do this stuff. I just do it. I don't know what's right. I don't know. So keep working this way, since this seems to want to play nicely. Let that cool. Highly flammable materials under there. Should I let the jack down? Oh boy. Oh boy. Held. I'm gonna move it right there. Okay. Here. Not very clean there, but we're going for it. I think a glove is getting hit by the cutting wheels. Okay, barely breathe because of smoke, but we're fine. I think it's going to work. Like I say, we've got a little crooked. Did I hit the hole? No, I just missed it, but that, or just, it's more. You can definitely see how that would firm it up because this thing's tough. Okay. We have a seat riser installed. It's all welded in. I can see why this is such a vital part that needs to be in here. It's like a torque box in itself. From here to here. We're just like solid. 9 million pounds of weld in here. I have to get heavy duty shocks. She is in. I'm quite happy with it. Went pretty easy. Had to convince stuff, you know, to fit in here. She's locked in there. I like having the floor pan up to it versus bowing down. No, I don't even think we need to. I was thinking about putting the plate on the subframe connector so it would firm up this, but man, this sucker is better than that. So I'm going to pick up all the tools, sweep out the garage, and then we'll start it on that subframe connector, I guess. Oh boy, because we're gonna have to cut that bolt. Probably, I don't know. It may unbolt that leaf spring that's right under there. It might go off. We'll find out. Okay. But we're not gonna do that till tomorrow. No, it's working out good, saving all the metal. It was good metal. It was just not located the best, not welded in the best, but the way it goes. I wasn't gonna scrap it. That was in the front here. Would have been $300 if we would have got new. We did get new this because this wasn't here. I don't know how much that rear pan would have cost. Probably 150 each. Probably. So my guess is save $600. She's locked in good. No, I can definitely see why you want this in the torque box in your unibody. Because now we're actually a unibody, but we're gonna make the unibody a little better with the subframe connectors. Next thing tomorrow, but I don't clean up. We'll be underneath. All right, we're under the car. I have no idea what's gonna happen here. Got a rusty painted 3/4 inch leaf spring eye bolt that needs to come off. They did a really good job of painting it gray under here. Everything but the red racing shocks, they're still good. A little WD-40 won't do nothing, but we'll let that sit there. That's all that. Oh, there's probably metal. I'm sure this is fine. What if this car was sandblasted? There is sand everywhere. At least I think that's sand. It feels like sand. Yeah, I wonder if this thing got sandblasted sometime in its life. One Christmas I found on Amazon a bore scope. I found it real cheap. I don't know, some Prime Day deal. It's like under $20. So white elephant it, And of course somebody took it. So I'd sure like to see up in there what's going on. Because I don't have one of those. But I'm sure this got it spotless now. My past experience with leaf springs, I've never been able to get this back up in there unless I undid the other end. But we're going to try to do it anyway. Just temporarily. Or temporarily, I don't know. Temporarily permanent, because I don't know, they seem to be holding the height decent. But of course we'll probably put bigger wheels and tires. And it'll need more room. So I don't know what I'm saying, but we're going to put this back for now. Because I don't have no money for leaf springs. And maybe these will work. If they don't, remove them. But anyway, we got to replace the bolt for the subframe connector. Anywho's. Sorry, get this emergency brake out of here, because who needs those? Sheep is on there. Probably rust, but could be that gray paint or whatever that is. All over this guy. Hey, no, come off of there. Okay. Oh, I thought you would just pop out of there. How's that work? We'll cut you out of there. Must be something going on back there that I can't see. What's happening over there? Let me get the sand pit out of the way. Let's see. Well, 9/16, of course. But I brought one over. I knew it wouldn't work. What size is that? A weird metric Mustang? It's not 1/2 inch. I'm gonna try it. I don't believe it. Why is metric kind of fit better? I'm just gonna bend you out of there here in a second. I told you it was a metric Mustang. That thing is crusty. Alright. Tired of playing with you. I gave you a shot. Gave you a shot. Okay. Okay. We tried. Let's do it this way. Because I'm probably never going to use you again. So why would you do that? I will get a hammer. I don't think I won't. Alright, that was easy. Red Ryder gas shocks. Yep. There, perfect. Okay, that was easy. 3/4, probably. Yep. So let's go get a wrench. All right. So I knew this was an issue back here, because there's always an issue with these. But wow, that needs replaced. I don't know if you can see. I don't know what you're looking at. But yeah, that should be frame rail. The only thing holding, I mean, there's still some metal holding that on. A little bit. But that should be all boxed in. If that rust gets in through the trunk and just eats it out of there. Right on that spring perch, or spring, maybe shackle. Still got the original, I think that's the shipping. When they like, in the train, they had semi or whatever they shipped it with would bolt it hooked to that. It's blown out too. Other side just as bad. So yeah, I do have frame rails to replace these. We will be doing that, so we have to take this off anywho. So let's undo that, drop this, and then worry about the shackles up there. Hopefully this comes off. Oh yeah, believe it or not, it does. I don't believe it. It is full of bad stuff, but it's all loose. I pulled all the bolts holding it in to drain the mouse water. I had a pool of mouse pee and bad stuff. It's had to have been replaced to come off that easy. Get a hammer, knock the bolt out. No, these are not a bolt. Is that riveted in there? These are yeah, these have definitely been replaced. So I think we're gonna have to take the whole deal off, because this plate is these riveted in on both, so it's one piece. So we get to see the extent of the full damage of the leaky trunk seal. He went on the bottom one, and there we go. And to do this frame rail, we'll have to take the bumper, take the valence off, which is all going to come off anyway. Undo all the spot welds. I've done that on mine, other one, so it's one of the few things I've ever done. Frame rise. Yeah, it came off, so now we should be able to beat that shackle off, which would drop it eventually. Just see what happens. Just stay out of the way. Pressure too? Are you kidding me? If that comes off, that's gonna severely weaken the system. I don't think much is holding. I don't know. Let's get a jack under it. Give it some assistance. Okay. These pads are good for moving tools also. Hydraulic assistant. Now do you want to play nice? No. I have sawzalls. Fun. Fun. So it's just hanging by the bolt. The jack should hold it somewhat. Okay. Sketchy. Well, stupid cables back in our face. Okay. There we go. This is never gonna work. Okay. Let's try this one. These look a little crustier. I probably have the whole set of those U-bolts somewhere. Sawzall's gonna get involved in this at some point, I bet. I just think so. Give me some room, light. Of course, I don't have a 6.11/16. That didn't budge. We have red chalk, so that's cool. I'm laying under a unbuckled leaf spring. That's fine. It's all good. It's all good. Well, I have a 3/8. That's 6-point. Which probably won't even reach up there because it's not deep. Dadgummit. I'll be back, okay? Just. Alright. Back to the 12-point. Back to the 12-point. Because I might have one somewhere, but it'd be in another toolbox and probably somebody's car, and I don't know. So we're gonna use the scooter fork because I find this to be a really good leverage thing for some reason. If you need to really screw up something, you just add this on here, and then you can shove. Oh, we're pushing the car, I think. Or breaking the nut off, which that might work too. I think she's gonna break. She's spun. I think I've seen it spin. Not good. Things are happening. I don't know if it's just twisting or doesn't feel good. See, this little scooter neck works good. I'm thinking try this one. If this one doesn't go, Sawzall. Scooter engaged. We'll get it out here. We need some leverage. Oh. Boy, that one's even tighter. What's that? Some real leverage. Well, you're in the way of the scooter. Wrench. Come on. I'm just gonna see what you do. I'm tired of messing with you. Leverage extended. Let's just tighten her for a second to get her. All the things gone. We're only in, where did it go? Oh, it's right there. I think I need a new 1/2 inch. If it tells you right or left, so that's good. Let's just keep her going. What's gonna happen over here? Okay, and then if you need 2 hands, the scooter neck works good. You can use 2 hands. See that? Beautiful. Should patent this. They seem to have came loose. For some reason, let's repair our wrench. There we go. Just squirt up there. That's why you don't paint your nuts. Nobody likes painted nuts. Okay, my shoulder needs some blood for some reason. I was like 3.4 seconds away from the Sawzall. Oh, this has a, it used to have a trailer hitch of some sort on too that's hit me right in the face. That's great. Well, I buy WD-40 at Walmart by the gallon. Just hose everything down. Act like we're being nice to it. Let the blood back in the shoulder. Wish I could use both arms. Be great. Drum brakes look great. I've never dealt with drum brakes, but I think I'm going to with this. I don't know. I just put, well, mine was the original GT, so I had the original disc brakes up front, drum and back. So when I redid the disc up front, I just converted these to disc. But man, I thought I did that for pretty cheap. They are expensive now. And they don't work very good because I bought the cheapest ones you could buy. How did that not snap? Try to get out of the way of the rusted out, unbuckled rear shackle. Give me some room. Oh, this trailer hitch. Man, I gotta get that thing off of here. Yeah, this is like the first time I've been under here for reals. I wonder if the electric ratchet has enough juice to get those off. All right, I put a jack stand under there, kind of, so at least there's something there. I don't think anything will happen, but I don't want it squished under a bad gas tank. The gas tank is loose, so shouldn't squish me too hard. All right, here we go. Final countdown. Did you miss? Oh, the battery's not. Did you miss that? Yeah, that sucker popped off. I'm not sure if you got it or not. There was some pressure. You can see the plate was holding it on. But here's the rig. I had a jack. I have a jack under the axle there, or a jack stand. I don't think it's gonna go anywhere because of the wheel and tire. We probably lowered it a little bit. And then I had that under the leaf spring so I don't kill myself. Let me change your battery. Dang it, I thought you were on. That thing went poof. There's some pressure. Okay, pressure. Here's the stupid trailer hitch, I guess. I think I can think that thing is. It's a hunk of steel. Anyway, back to this. I wonder, did we help anything over here? Anything help here? Ow! Top one seems to be moving. This one doesn't. If I lower the jack, well, it just probably the whole thing will break off. Let's see. Woofda. She's riding low. Yeah, there's some pressure in there. There is some pressures. This leaf spring got some life. Why don't you come off of there, little friend? I don't remember it being this hard. Well, you're not even looking. Can it sit on the tire? Is that fine? There's a bump stop still in there. Yeah, it's Keep going down, I guess. I don't know. Are we ever gonna get this back? I don't know. I don't know. Torque box is not seeming so bad, is it? Stupid leaf spring. What? Why are you not coming off? Stupid rubber is absorbing everything. Well, that's looking promising. About something's gonna happen. Oh, things are happening. Things are gonna explode. We run out of room. Get out of there. Move it. I don't like having my hands in here. If I could get the rubber out, pound the rubber onto the shackle, it should drop. That sounds funny. Ow, that was my hand. How do you get the rubber out? Perfect. Pretty good shape. Now, get you to go out like that. Without. Ouch. We have to do that, of course. Just get out of there. Oh, this is trying my patience. Uh-oh. Stuck the thing into the trunk. Okay, so we got some repairs to do here. Apparently, because I just stuck a screwdriver through it. Went and had a drink. Stole some of my son's gummy nerds. We're full of energy now. And I had an idea. Why don't we just grab this with the pliers? See if we can do things. Because it doesn't work. Stupid valence is going to come off. That means the bumper's got to come off. It's held on by one bolt, but I don't remember this being this difficult. Just go on the bolt like you're supposed to, just out there. Stupid gummy nerd. Give me all that confidence. Well, if I pull on it now, I mean, we're all the way down. I mean, I see the end of it. Are we out? We're just hitting the... Oh, do that. Do that. There, that's what I was trying to do. I think we're on the dolly now. How does rubber rust? At this point, I don't know why I'm even doing this other than I need the yoke to go that way. And it would drop. But have we accomplished our goal up front? Let's go play with that. I'm tired of this. Apparently that leaf spring was doing things. But this is what's cool today. I like them low. Got really close under here. You still fit, so that's fine. Did anything happen here is the question. Should be. Oh, still tight as. Oh, get out. Okay, that seems excessively tight. Remember my story about the Sawzall? Where we just cut it and we're good to go? Yeah, I think we're getting close to that point. Oh, this is fun. Old cars. Oh yeah. Fun. Those are original rocker trim clips, if you were wondering. I bet you were. I think it's frozen in there. Same thing as that bottom bracket. How does rubber... What do you call those? Rubber bushings. How do they rust? Why do they rust? I always grease mine when I go in, but I never thought a bolt would rust to it. It's freaking rubber. Scooter fork technique. I don't know if I can do it or not. Where are you even? Okay. Are we on it? Are we on it? Oh gosh, she is tight. I'd like to see the bolt while I do this, but I can't. Ugh. This we jack the car up again to get it off at the bump stop, maybe get it on a jack stand, give me some roomage. Let's see what that does. Holy smokes. It's gonna be right in my way though. Problem. Maybe we can get it on a jack stand. Oh, concrete is so hard. Can we reach around the thing that's saving our life and see what's going on? Spins, kind of. I think it's that time. Sawzall it right there. That should allow it to drop. Bolt will come out. Okay, let's see what we can tear up here. I don't know. How much room do we got? We hit something. I don't know. Does this Sawzall work? No. Now that's like a piece of hot metal kicked right at my eyeball. There is a reinforcement plate I'd rather not cut through. So I think it will hang close to the leaf spring. Woo, that's hot right in my eye. Get some glasses. Safety second. That was hot. Right by my eyeball. We don't need floor pans. I think we scratched it. Let's try a different blade. That one sucks. I was hoping to be through it by now. I turned it over. And a shorter, finer tooth blade that's 20 years old. Oh, I'm sure it's fine. Worse. Well, it may cut better, but I gotta turn it over because the battery pack's hitting the floor. This is going really good. This is good. I think I need a new Sawzall blade. I'm thinking. Anything happening besides smoking rubber? Things have been compromised. Keep cutting. I don't know. Maybe 20% through. Maybe. I think my blade sucks. Let me see what else I got. Might have to go get a new one. We went to Harbor Freight. Hercules. 4 times longer. That's what their drill bit said, but they worked. So let's try one of these that are specifically for metal. Instead of wood. Oh yeah. Maybe that's a wood bit. Wrecking blade. Wood nail embedded. I don't think that's what we need. This is what we need. Place the wrecking blade. The Hercules. Of course my Sawzall just broke. You gotta do things to it to make it grab the blade. There we go. All right, going under. We're gonna get it this time. It's gotta be close. It's definitely cutting better. Let's see what's happening. Right tool for the job. Always help. That blade does get after it. Hercules, Hercules. She might be collapsing. Let's do the right thing and twist it. Still turns. Ow, it's hot though. Sawzall's hot. Should be able to get it this time or something's gonna happen here, so watch out. How's nothing happening? Let's collapse. Oh, there we go. How? How? Oh, I mean, there's not much left of it. It'll surely twist off there, won't it? It's a strong bolt. This is easy. This is the easy job. Just put in new leaf springs. Wasn't a terrible cut, was it? Just it's got 3 little marks on it. What's that mean? Grade 97? I don't know. Now we gotta get that into somewhere else located or out. Because I don't want to do that again, really, on this side. Okay, how do we get the rest of it out without cutting it? That is the question. I hate reaching my arm through that jack. Sounds like a bad idea. Everything is right in the way. Subframe connectors. Yeah. That was worth it. It's worth it. Bend it out of the way for now and get you out of there. What is that? I have to kind of put this back also, so that's fun. Okay, you're seeing it right. We're back with the Sawzall. I still haven't got it out. We've been cutting on it a minute, but we're going to try to hopefully finish this somewhat. Somehow. I ran out of battery, so I had to bring out the chargers. Okay, we got smoke. And there can't be much holding that on. Turn and cut a different area thing. Oh, well, there we go. Perfect. Yeah. That's how you do a leaf spring. Now you know. There we go. Looks pretty good in there. So let's now get the subframe connector. I can't believe that broke. See what we need to do. See if it fits. Seal, clean. We gotta get this back in there. Currently there's a bolt. So I'd like to get this repositioned out of my face. If not, we'll work around it because that's what we do. But we also got to get that somewhat better. You know, the bolt, middle of the bolt still in there. So we got to put this back. I'm not going to leave it on low rider. Okay, I'm not sure how much you've seen. The GoPro filled up, so I'm shooting from my phone. We had the Sawzall both ends of the bolts off. I'm trying to figure out what I'm looking at. Okay. Then we gotta get that bushing and bolt out of there so we can temporarily put it back. But we're going to prep for this. And I wish I could get you to sit on this tripod that doesn't. Tripod. Oh, sit there. I thought the subframe connector went on this side in here, but it does not. Which is good because it looked terrible. Goes right there. And it fits the floor support like it should. So that's good. So quickly, I'm going to prep all this, get rid of this somehow, prep all this for welding, and try to get it back together. And hopefully the GoPro will figure out a solution for either another SD card or it'll upload real quick. No, it won't. Anyway, prep, get the bolts out. If we don't get to see it all, I have another side to do, so that's great. But everything fits really nice on this subframe connector. I kind of like it. Try to get this cleaned up mainly because we're gonna have that subframe connector over this. It goes on this side, not this side. So we'll weld it in. It goes right here. Bolt through it. Weld it here. Last night after the GoPro died or filled up, I went in and painted this. I wanted to get in these joints real good. Best I could. Seal this area, but it's actually dry. I did it overnight. Huh. Crazy how that works. I want to weld, clean these welds up along here, mainly because the subframe connector is going to block it. But I want to get it all sealed there too, or well, it's not in the way. So I got to sand some of this off so I can weld through it. Sometimes happens. This fan's getting pretty warm. Wish that was a little tighter. I don't know if I can pound on the bottom or the top. The other side. Let's see how bad this is gonna be. Welding on our back. Oh boy. I don't know if we can get a mask. No, you don't need it, I do. Whoa. I don't think that's supposed to do that. He's happy to see us. Woo. Okay. Can't say I've seen that one before. She's dirty. We'll work around the happiness there. We just leave him for like a jack stand support. I thought this was gonna be a nice, quick, easy thing. What you get for thinking. This is a pain. Very thin metal from the old floorboard. But we're getting it, but I'm gonna grind this down a little better. Let's see what I'm getting myself into here. Wow, that is impressive. That's why we're only doing this little area, I think, and then we're moving on until we can get this higher. Wow, did you see that? Oh, there he is. I'm keeping that. I'm keeping that guy. That was impressive. He's very happy. I'm putting it in my pocket. Okay. I'm keeping that. Actually, I'm going to put this on first because it dries pretty quick. Then seam sealer and then whatever else. Because this gets in the area is good. Like that. Looks factory. Hole there. I'm not sure why, but we got a fix for that. Alright, who knew? Bolt-on subframe connectors were going to be such a mess. Oof. Oh, I did order new leaf springs. Gosh dang it. I probably would have reused those old ones. But that front eye is like kind of pressed in there and I destroyed it. We'll take a look at that after we get that out of here. I'll show you the fallout of that leaf spring because you guys checked out early because you said you're too full. You didn't want to record no more. Kind of tinting it black because it's not dry. Huh. I don't know why it does things like that. Should dry faster. Anyway, I ordered a 65. I have 5-pack on there. Supposedly, I don't know, I was reading people, but they're too stiff. I didn't think they're too stiff. But I ordered a standard duty 4-pack because it's supposed to keep it pretty stiff. Because I was gonna just get a new bushing, put it in there. But it was like $120 for bushings and U-bolts. It was $300 for a whole kit, springs and all. So that's what I did. Dadgummit. But I'll show you one reason I did that when we get out of here, because they were pretty rusty. I think they were original somehow. That or a lot of water got in on them. They were not going to come apart any other way than cutting them. That's for sure. So here is the results of our leaf spring debacle. Woo-wee. That goes to that. That's the shackle cover. Look at the rust on those pins, or whatever these are. Call those bolts, pressed in bolts. That's why this was the bottom. I couldn't get it out because it had rusted into the one of these guys. Those are the bushings that I got out. Oh, and then let's see. So that was where those bushings, these bushings were, and these pins were. Look at the rust in that eye. Woo! Really juicy in there. I don't understand. It's a lot of rust. It'll take some time. So there's that end. Get to this in a second. That there. Probably part of it. That's part of it. No, come back here. Okay, let me turn this leaf spring around. This guy is the front eye that I thought we could do. That's where I used the Sawzall. I had to use it on, I don't know, whatever, both sides. It's one bolt, one end. That's the other end I had to cut off. That I didn't think you guys saw, but you did see it drop. I went back and looked. And this is the middle of the bolt. So all that goes in through there, through this. And I think this ring here is still the outer bushing of, outer shell of this bushing. I don't know what you call it. There's no way I'm getting that out to replace it. No, I could do it, but we're not. These springs, they still had some life. Not doing that. Let's replace that. But this is why. So this was spinning when I was ratcheting inside the bushing. It was just spinning like that, but there's no way that bolt was ever going to come out of there. It's probably fused to that. So that's fun. I just dug that out with a screwdriver out of here, popped everything out, even though they all unbolted, which is crazy. So we got new standard duty 4-pack coming, all new of that. Comes with it. U-bolts come with it. The plate, the shock mount plate, it's pretty crusty. Let's see. It's pretty crusty. Yeah, these are 1967. These are the original leaf springs. I'll show you if I can. Be easier to move you, but I'll move the leaf spring, okay? Oh. If you look closely, right there, you see C7. C is the decade of 60s, 7's the year. That is the original leaf spring for this guy. C7. I'm surprised it held the height so well. The shock plate, to say it's a little crusty, but there's a lot of meat on the bone. That leads to the debate. I'm gonna have a low rider until these come in. I don't know. This is one of those things you often run into in a project like this. It's like, yeah, just take the leaf springs out. No, it took a full day pretty much to cut them out. They were in there. It's just one of those things. You can replace torque boxes, floor pans, seat risers pretty quickly. Then you think something quick's gonna be quick, and it's not. But you just gotta stick with it. It'll come out, and you have no idea what you're doing. Doesn't help either. Like, I don't know. Probably one end of this should come out first before the other end, or these should be unbolted first, or who knows? I don't know. So you just keep working until something happens. But we get to do it all again on the other side too. Anyway, I gotta take back end off anyway to replace the frame rail. But I was wanting to do that in a separate video, which I still probably will. But I'll leave the car either on jack stands or low rider, because I was thinking about putting this back temporarily, but I don't even want to mess with it, I don't think. So I think we'll just let it sit on its axle stop if I have to move it, which I'm probably going to have to move it. And I'd like to get the ATVs out of here into the storage unit because I'm tired of walking around them. We're going to need that area for later videos. That was fun. I was talking about how it was going to come back, or how I originally did the 65. I had to cut it out. Wow, exact same thing. I'm pretty sure those are the original springs. These yellow marks are where I'm going to weld. I am going to try to use both bolts. Weld around. This is around the floor support. Why I have such a hard time imagining where this goes in there, but I do. Okay, we're going to weld. Weld. Not sure why. I guess we could plug weld that. This goes to the bottom of the rear frame, I think. That's the bolt for the new leaf spring. Grind. Just do it. Okay? Jeez. Just do it. It wasn't that hard, you just gotta do it. I think we can go under. We'll locate everything based off of this. I gotta drill 2 holes on the front. Seam sealer is almost dry, so forgot I wanted to do this. So let's get this all over everything. Where I'm gonna weld. Sure, that'll be nice to work around. It's so backwards on this for some reason. Okay, here we go. Technically, that's where it would go, I would think. There was instructions for this thing. It seems very weird. I don't know, it's talking about triangles on the rear tab, rear subframe, triangles you had to trim off. I don't know what that was about. They're just old. I don't know. It looks like this would work for me. Then the spring hangs on this. That looks close enough to weld. Never get that out again, probably. It's fine. It's fine, I tell you, it's fine. I mean, if it goes through once, it should come out half the time. Something like that. Okay, I'm gonna move up to the front, drill some holes where they want to be. And I'll do it crooked and never get a bolt through, but you'll see that. We'll go do that. I think we're in a good spot. This is where I'll end up welding all the way around this. But I think there's enough room. We can try to get a bolt through there some way. I wonder if I should put the jack stick. It's fine. Dead center this, like where it's perfectly centered. Nope. 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 Let me get on my stomach so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, this is so much better. Right there. Perfect. I mean, you can't get no better. Now, the question is, how am I going to drill that one? Because I bet the drill's going to hit. Oh, yeah. I can barely get this one. If we 9mm it, we're at a terrible angle. We're going to have to do this from both sides where it wants to be, and then the bolt will never go through. Oh, why didn't you ejectify? What's your problem? Sure. I was hoping I'd be able to run the drill bit. But I don't think we're going to. That's too big. It's a little bit bigger. I think it wanted like a 30 seconds. What in the devil? Why can we not go to metric? Call it like a 4. But we gotta have a 30 seconds, and I don't have a 30 seconds. At least not up here. So I'm using a 3/8. It's close. A little bigger, I think. That's fine. So I think I'm gonna do that on the other side. We pin the other side, or drill, what do you call that thing? Punch of some sort? Drill punch? I don't know. Let's go ahead and, oh, okay, I did not move. Let's get this down. I think might rotate, I don't know. Yeah, a little bit out of the way. It's fine. I don't know, that's where it's wanting it. Not much meat on the bone, but that or we could spot weld it to it, which would probably be smarter, but I don't know. They gave me a bolt, so I'm gonna use it. I'm just gonna drill a pilot hole with this littler guy. That's not in the thing I set. It's gonna go where it wants. Okay. I punched you out of place to go. Just go in. Whoa, that didn't walk everywhere, did it? This is the one I want to be a hole. Oh man, it's terrible. No, go right there. 7 of them will do it. Go right there. See that? No! 9mm it. Maybe it'll go. No! Very slowly. Very slowly. It's walking slowly. You piece of crap. How do you drill a hole that doesn't walk at an angle? Subframe connectors, man. Man, oh man. Just drill a hole. They say, just drill a hole. Oh yeah, that's totally not the right spice. We can always weld it back, don't worry. I'll weld that whole shit. I'm a good welder. 3/8. There we go. Whoa, take it easy. Wrist breaker. Nope. Nope. Hold on. Get out of there. Man, what is your problem? Oh, there. Whew. That went great. Alright, I'm gonna go do the same fight on the other side. It's easy. And I'm sure them bolts are gonna slip right through there. Success. That side was easy, I think, because it didn't have this stupid thing in the way. What are the odds that bolts are gonna go through it? Ah, it's sharp. Just fit. Alpha beta version. Oh yeah, it's never gonna work. Just like that upper hole just wanted to walk away. Who bet that it wouldn't work? Well, you only get 3 cents because you knew it wouldn't work. Wow, that looks not the right bolt. It doesn't even go through their hole. What in the devil? It didn't even go through their hole. Oh, should have tried that earlier. Oh boy, subframe connectors. There, look how cool it looks though. It looks really good. Looks like there's a frame on this car. Not a unibody no more. Okay, does this go through the hole? No, no, it doesn't. What in the devil? Does it go through this hole? Yeah, it's almost like a 13/32. Somebody messed up and it's like, should have used metric system. Goes through it decently. Thinking I could use it the other way, probably. Maybe that would make life easier. Well, see you peeking. I see you peeking. It's tight. It would go, depending on the holes that aren't right sized on the subframe connector. We're gonna say it's because of the powder coating, you know, like on Orange County choppers. Gotta drill out the holes because the powder coating's filled up the holes. Senior comes raging, taking too long. Orange County choppers, you gotta go watch that if you haven't. It's good TV. It goes through my holes, but not through their holes. And that's the bolts they gave me. Oh, don't break my hand, please. Don't do that. Don't like it. Stop it. Had to be in the powder coating. Bottom hole looks decent. Kind of decentness. Not real good. What's wrong with an oval? Whoa. You can tell that, but it's almost like I angled it up too much. So we need to waller out the bottom. Same thing all around. It's like the hole's too high. Okay. Can we waller out the hole properly? Maybe. Let's go ahead and say. Still looks bad. It's close. Let's see if we just go up a drill bit. Make the little hole bigger. Tired drilling holes. Pretty sure this is the reason some smart guy invented these. Let's go up one notch. Try that now, sucker. Now do you want to play nice? Hey, looky there. A little better. Not great. Have one fitting. I know the solution though. That looks better. What size is that? I don't know. What size it works. Hey, it's like a glove. Boom. Subframe connector. It's easy. Quick 10-minute job. It's taken 2 days. No, not that long, but it's getting there. I'm gonna go check the other end, then I'm just welding this stupid thing in. Concerns are whether this will come out or in, or do things like it's supposed to do. Right now it's very tight. So what I'm questioning is, should I open up this hole? Why we have an opportunity to open up this hole? Because I'm sure it's the powder coating again. Am I going through at an angle? Probably. So I think I have a solution for that. Maybe if I could get in here. Oh, that solutionified. But at least we can move it now. Any issues anybody see? Subframe connector is in place. Just without the leaf spring. On its way. We got bolts in. We should be able to tack weld. In theory. Correct. Should be able to. Okay, then you use your toe. Turn on. Okay, that worked great. Oh, come on. My elbow would just bend forward or other directions. It'd be easier in here. Put this thing on so I don't have such lava pellets dropping on my wrist. Just get in your hole. Jeez. Yeah, that worked good without no ground. Get out of there. Okay. Decent. It's easier to weld when there's metal. Does the bolt come out of there now? That's the question. Kinda does. Moves. More than we can ask for. It's not going anywhere. Just shut off. Jeez Louise. I actually moved down to this end because I'm out from under the car and I'm getting tired. I'm just going to get this tacked in here. Then I'll finish weld it without you having to be here to watch this boringness. But we'll see how this welds. Alright, I think that'll hold. I'm not going nowhere now. That's it. Other than a bunch of finish welding, we have a subframe connector, hybrid, bolted, and will be welded. And I'll bring you back when I've finished the welding. And then we'll move on to the other side. And probably the only thing relevant on the other side is those torque box holes, definitely, and anything else that comes up weird, like subframe connector not fitting or something. But you won't miss that. I'll show you. Updates. Driver side floor pan. I've been grinding on this rocker, and I got to here. I cut out a little bit of stuff. Maybe that was there. Maybe that was like that. Don't need that. So, into this rear torque box. Bottom looks good, except for right there. It's kind of rad. Don't want to grab that, get tetanus. Not sure what that is. It's metal of some sort. So yeah, this is actually the joint. This goes in and back and overlaps the frame rail. That's the bottom of the frame rail. So that's good, I think. I should probably just cut this flap out, box in this whole thing. Cut some more out of there. We'll box it all in. Look like it right there. I'm guessing probably this tab. Let me get my other flashlight so it's not so stroby. Get old stroby out of here. Just charging it. Okay. It's probably not so stroby. But I'd say this goes over, down, into here. So we'll probably do something with that. If I cut out all this, let's keep grinding. This looks good. It'll be easier to patch in a rectangle instead of a or trapezoid that is. Got a lot of trapezoids in this car. I don't know, guys, get this vacuumed out. I just want to show you what was behind this. Oh, there was some remnants of a mouse house because this was completely full. But at least that's good. I think we can rebuild this solidly. Just an update. We'll keep cleaning it out, cleaning up all this to here-ish. I've already done that other side. Is there anything else exciting in there? No? Other than it's never been sealed. But we'll run our sander in there, clean all that up. Put about 17 coats of moisture resistant stuff. Fix this, and I think we'll be good. But when I get into fixing this more, I'll bring you back. Oh man, what a mess. We got this cleaned up, ready to be rewelded. We got this cleaned up, ready to be rebuilt. Quite a bit of layers going on there, but we'll tie it all together somehow. I think most of the cancer's gone. I don't know how you'd replace that. So we're not. We're just gonna rebuild, relayer. If that makes any sense, because it doesn't to me. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do, but we're not gonna tackle that mess until the next video. That mess. No. I did get the, dang it, subframe connector. I don't know why my brain dumps that. I got that all welded in over there. Bolts are still in it, not bolted, because I'm afraid to take them out and they'll never go back in. So I think we're just going to leave them and just tighten down on it. I don't know. But we still have the seat thing to do here. So I may do that. I may weld. I don't know. I'm saying I don't know what I'm going to do. But we got a lot to do. Ghosts. I've shot it out with brake cleaner and parts cleaner. So I think we're going to blast it. Oop. Stinks so bad. Are we out? No. Terribly accurate, ain't I? It's fine. Gotta go somewhere where the water would. Down on the ground. Okay, how's it looking there? Looking good. I think next thing when I work on all the 4 layers of sealing up that box, I'll start on fitting the seat riser. But I didn't even notice these holes ever. Yep, they're even there. So in lieu of no seat riser, I'd say somebody stuck the seat right to the floorboard. I never noticed this. Well, you can fill a hole. Alright, I'm going to do that 1, 2, 3, 4 more times because there's 3 more corners. No, that works. I think this is what I'm going to go with, especially since I marked it already. That means it's probably pretty permanent. This one's actually moved back about an inch based off the little tab that's still existing from the other one, and I measured from here to the seatbelt hole versus that side, instead of, oh, what do they call those things, the seat track extenders. I don't know, maybe I won't need those. Probably will still, but other reasons. We moved this pan up and under the rear pan, if you remember that. This edge was probably normally right about an inch further to this, so I was just putting it right on the edge of that to cover up that joint. I don't think it'll be too noticeable, and I think some massaging to do, but I think the preformed carpets will still fit just fine. I'm hoping it moves the seat back an inch so I'm not so close to the woofda. Look at that thing. Giant horn button. We can start making metal again. I think I'm going to make this piece. I'll make the bottom first. I'll try to fill in this bottom, get that all flattened out again, then whoosh a piece over and under this guy, then this guy swooshes up to here and seals it all back in. That's the plan. I'm gonna try to recreate this area. I got the seat riser all in, so that's done. Both sides now, all welded in, looking seatier. So let's try. I cut out a rectangle. I'll try to create the bottom. We'll try to come in here flat, swoop down flat. Then we'll swoop, 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 flat. Think I can do that? No, but we'll give it a try. Let's go over to the new homemade slip roller bendy area. Can we get more bend right there? Do we have to use a dolly? I don't know. Like right there. How do you do it? Straight enough for my work. What if I need this lower? Pressure? I don't know how it works. It's just the adjustable roller stand with wedge guide. I don't know what that is, but it's just held down on 2 sheetrock screws. It's fine. I mean, that looks professionalized. We're getting places. $300 for a roller. $20 at Harbor Freight and 2 sheetrock screws. So the plan is rebuild this bottom. If you look close, the edge of this whole unit is right there. That's what we're going to basing this edge off of. So pretty good there. So that will rebuild the bottom, hopefully. Then we'll rebuild this piece. So swoop down. I'll probably go past under this floorboard. That way we can weld underneath this joint to the new swoosher here. Don't get too far ahead or you'll never get anywhere. Ow! I think it was sharp. It's good enough. Nobody will ever know. Try to use a magnet. These sometimes work. Kinda worked. Kinda working. Turbocharger is on. Just stick there for a second. Can we run the saw blade through the jointage? We have a floor to our torque box. Not to our car. Torque box. Now I gotta recreate this piece which I'm pretty sure it originally came down and probably spot welded to this along this edge, and then you have a torque box. It's a complex piece. Comes swooping down, but this corner comes swooping down. Also, why it swoops down this way. I don't have that skill. The best I could probably do is if I want to do somewhat one piece, just do the whole thing swooping down somehow and then split it. But I think I'm just gonna start with a piece to here-ish. Would be nice. How is this all tied together? I don't know. Anyway, this is what we're just gonna do things till we do things. Did the floor just cover all this? See, I don't know what the original floor did. I'm gonna have to maybe look online. Like, did the original floor come across this? It doesn't look like it did. Looks like it came down there. And this was just exposed. So that will be our shape for the top of that front of that torque box. At least one piece of it, because I don't know how to do that corner compound. They must have stamped that out or something. I don't have that abilities. Wonder how well 2 sheetrock screws hold things. Oh boy. Oh boy. I mean, it's almost curve. It's straight. It's just depends on what your definition of a curve is. It's flat on the bottom, and you got this piece. How would you deal with that? Swooping, curving. Okay, so we did that. If I cut it, so if I split it, it's perfectly straight. Curve that somehow. Just find out. Okay, that's what I'm saying. You just keep going. Now we did it. Crooked split. Let's go over here to the beater station. I mean, that's perfect. That's exactly what it is. Okay, let's fly. Flying, turning, rotating. Looking better. Looking pretty good, actually. For some reason. So how do we attach it again? Should I drill some plug welds? Getting hypnotized. I am. Should we send this one home and just beat on it with a hammer? I say yes. Should we plug weld this? Like that? I think we could just bend one piece there. How much room do we got? A little bit. So I think once we can get some tacks in here and just beat it, we'll suck it that way. Don't forget, we're not working with wood. You screw this up with wood, you're redoing it. You screw this up with metal, break out your gluer until it's right. Cleaning. And we have access so we can blast something in there and that way and that way. I think there's a little hole in the back too we can blast. I properly sealed this in about 4 minutes. I'm sure it's dry. It's starting to match the curve. Factory. Alright, I'm on my backup camera, aka Evil Corpse phone. The GoPro is still uploading overnight. I don't know. It's been a super good complex video I made. No, neither. Anyway, quick update. I want to get this in and done. But I beat this rectangular piece into somewhat of a submission. I had to cut it, shrink it, put a little sealer under that. So debating on, I don't know how this floor pan ties into this. So did a quick look and it looks, I don't know, it looks like it just sits there. But I'm gonna tack weld it to it. I wasn't sure, do it like this, but then the bottom under here looks terrible because this dips down. This floor pan I don't think is low enough, so it's away from this. So I was like, well, this beautiful piece, let's just slip it under there. That'll take up some room, and basically weld it like that. Get this in, and then we can force this down some, and this down some, and then just weld it. Sound like a plan? I'm gonna get started. I'm not gonna weld on this camera because I don't want to destroy the lens. I don't know how well I'll take it. Hopefully the GoPro finishes uploading. Holy cow, I gotta get faster internet or something. But I'm gonna tack weld this, hammer it nicely on this edge, see what I have to do there, and then I'll bring you back and I'll show you the bottom, what I'm talking about, on how it fits better with this under there. GoPro's back in action. Welded our new floor pan extension thing. We tacked it to our new rear torque box extension thing. It's like 10 pounds of weld right there. It's fine. I'm gonna say that's pretty much good for a floor panage that's been hacked, cut, bent, hammered, hacked, at least from this side. The shiny piece is the piece we were just welding on, what I'm calling the floor pan extension. This is the piece we Harbor Freight slip rolled over there on the workbench. I've zipped this in on the edge because that top swoopy piece comes into here. You can't see this hand because there's a floor above it, but it's swooping into here. I think we need to clean some of this up. Not that. Clean this. Need to put some welds. Tack this against the floor pan nice and tight, so it really is a floor pan. I don't know, along there. Probably need some welds here. So I think that's gonna be it till we seal up Frankenstein's rear torque box. There's a lot of metal there that wasn't there. No mouse is going in there and building a home no more. Still gotta seal it, but I'm tired of moving on, and I want to move on. So I am going to go fight the leaf spring, I think. That leaves to debate. The kit comes with new U-bolts, new shackles, but they're of course not here. The leaf springs came, interestingly enough, one in a box, one not in a box. Okay, it's fine, it looks right. My question is it okay to have two leaf springs off, or is the axle gonna get wonky? I'd rather have one leaf spring somewhat intact and attached to the rear end, so it doesn't do things too crazy. You've seen all that before. Not gonna bore you with saws-on leaf springs out, because that sucks. Just keep moving, keep swimming, keep doing something. All right, in an effort to keep moving, I was gonna film me taking off the passenger side U-bolt plate, shock plate, leaf spring plate. I figured the shock was gonna fight me, but it didn't. So this is the condition it's in. It's great. I'm gonna get it cleaned up, get it sealed up so we can put that other leaf spring at least partially back. I'll probably have the front bolt pretty much permanently in, this permanently in when it's sealed up, and the new U-bolts, and then just put the new shackle in back, but just leave it loose. It's all got to come down when we do the rear frame rail next video. But I was thinking I'll just use these old U-bolts out of the 65 Mustang. Different size, considerably different. I don't know if the rear end on this one's bigger. I don't know, it looks the same to me, but definitely the axle tube's different, so can't use those. Must wait for the government postal service to do its thing. Says today. Nothing against the post office, but boy, another shipping bugger for me. I know not everybody can be Amazon, but You pay $15 to ship something. You think that'd be like 2-day shipping, the latest? Then I think it was 10-day. Why? How's that even possible? $15. Must be tariffs. All right, I'm gonna sand this up, paint it, you know, get it ready to go in. It came right out. Boy, we're having fun now. Okay, we have a new leaf spring almost in. The U-bolts don't want to go through the bracket hole, of course, because they're splayed out a little bit. So I got the shackle all loose, lubed up, so it'll come apart easy, hopefully. Because we got to take this end back off and replace all that frame rail. Yay! Next video. But I was wanting to get it on this leaf spring so I could take the other leaf spring off and do the subframe connector. So you notice anything? So you got the nice subframe connector, then beside it there's a strap, a ratchet strap. It's wrapped around the axle, hooked up to the transmission cross member, so I can get, if I don't put any pressure on it, this peg doesn't want to go in its hole on the saddle, axle saddle. So I got to pulling that way, pulling the axle that way to get the pin lined up. Guess it's correct. I don't know. It's the way it's going to be. Sure, it'll all be all right once we get some weight on it. But now I got to fight somehow sucking these guys in. Yeah, because I don't want to do things. I don't know if you can see. They don't want to go in our hole because they're like splayed out because this axle tube. So I need to somehow pinch them, give them some curvature. I don't know how to do that. If I figure that out, I'll let you know. Just an update. 2 subframe connectors. Look at that. One's nylon, one's steel. Leaf spring debacle. Update 16.94. I put a C-clamp on the upper threads. I don't think they will be used. Pinch, pinch, pinched. It's through the bracket. I think we're just gonna send this one home a little bit. Try to find some nuts I'm laying on. This is going great. Great. Okay, now I gotta somehow do the other on the back side. I did the easy one first. Never do that. But hey, it's through. All right, I'll bring you back when it's all bolted up, secured, and oh gosh, this leaf spring in this car. Something's just not, I don't know. You just convince things to work. I don't know. This is gonna be the last update for this video. I'll wrap this one up. We have completed the subframe connector on the driver's side. That's all in. I still have some welding to do, of course, but I'm not going to do that till I can get it higher and get all this welded. Then I put the hardware's loosely in there. Both done. This side went in easier than the other just because stupid practice makes perfect rule. Leaf spring bolt in. This side's pretty much all welded in because that leaf spring's gonna go there and block me eventually. But she's in there. So first time this car's ever had a complete kind of frame rail system. The other side, the leaf spring is in. I did install that, and I showed a little bit of that weirdness that was going on, and I'll show the complete weirdness when we do this side, because this one's just cut out currently. Because the next video we're going to do that rear frame rail that's rotted out. We'll get into that. The installation of this leaf spring when it's done. That way she's back down on her leaf springs. This one's wrapping up. We're gonna put an end to this one. I have no idea how long it is. Subframe connectors in. We got seat risers in and fixed some of the welds up top. So let's go up there and finish this up top. Need to get this old girl out of the garage. because she's kind of in the way. It rained last night, so I brought it in. So try to open this poor old girl without banging the other old girl. So many old girls. Oh man. Oh, let me go get a flashlight. The weld's all cleaned up. Seat riser in both sides. They're all in. All these sealed up. These welds are all cleaned up. We fixed all this torque box up with a lot of metal, a lot of welds. No more mice getting in there. So that's about it. That's about it. These floor pans are much better, much happier with them. They're solid, welded in every which way possible, I think. Hopefully overdone. Probably not, because I don't know what I'm doing. That's gonna be a wrap on this video. Next video. So we're gonna summarize. Did all this. Now we got to deal with this and a rear frame rail back there that's rotted out, where the leaf spring goes in. And that's about it. So appreciate everybody watching. We're gonna get into that rear frame rail right now.